What digital nomads doing for living in Bali? What is their business? How much money they earn? They investing also in properties? Many questions we will talk today in our next reaction video. Hey guys, welcome back on our Bali Invest YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe our channel and push the like button to help our amazing channel to grow. And we have today a super interesting reaction. You see here asking digital nomads what they do for living. And I will give my comments on this, what I say to this, what is my experience. I personally living also now over 4 years here in Bali, and I'm super interested in this video.
Hey guys, so we're here in Bali, Indonesia, and in today's video, we're going to be asking digital nomads what they do for a living. Bali is one of the biggest hubs for remote workers, and we'll be going to a couple different locations today, finding really cool and interesting people to talk to. We'll be asking questions like how much money do you make, what do you actually do for a living, advice for aspiring digital nomads, and more.
Super interesting. If you want that we do more of this, just write it here below in the comments. And yeah, Bali is a hotspot for digital nomads. More and more people can work online, can grow their online business. And for sure, yeah, when you normally live in a big city with a lot of smog, with negative people, for sure it's more beautiful to live in Bali.
Okay, so the first place I decided to go to was Body Factory, a super expensive gym that a lot of digital nomads go to.
Yeah, Body Factory also was trained there for a few months, over $200 a month, and this is normal in Bali, but it's worth it. Yeah, it's super good. You can connect there. You have a nice recovery area with sauna, spa, and also in our Lovina Retreat and Wellness Center, what we're building right now is one of our projects. We have a recovery area like this for sure. We also will offer memberships in this price range.
So what's your name, age, and what do you do for a living?
So I'm Alona, I'm 20 years old and I'm a front-end engineer.
Why are you in Bali?
Traveling, just
Okay.
living life.
And how long have you been here for?
3 months,
How has been your experience?
amazing.
What would you say is your favorite part about living abroad?
The people,
Okay.
they're so wholesome, they're amazing, just welcoming.
And how did you get a remote job that allows you to work from here?
I did a 3-month bootcamp on full stack engineering and I got then a job.
Okay. And where are you originally from?
Spain.
So if someone else wants to become a digital nomad, what advice would you give them?
Do a 3-month bootcamp.
Can you tell us which one it was?
It was in Barcelona, it's called Codeup. It was fast-paced, I learned so much and I got a job right after.
Super amazing. Or you just make 3 months an education, and after this you have a job where you can working online. I mean, this must blow up your mind because so many possibility in this world in 2024. And some other people, they study for years, and in the end they sometimes not even get a job.
8 hours a day, but on my time.
What's the biggest misconception people have about digital nomading?
That is difficult. You could study something fast and online, which is really easy right now.
What does your daily schedule look like?
Body Factory. Then I work some more and I just explore.
Would you be willing to share how much money you make?
I can say a rough.
Okay.
From 30 a little up.
Even with $30,000 in a year, you can have a good life in Bali, for sure.
My name is Kaya, I'm 22, I'm from Australia, and I do social media management for OnlyFans girls.
So she have a business in OnlyFans. She says she manage an account. There are some who making ridiculous much money, where even some super successful entrepreneurs say they're making more money than me with this. It's crazy, but also this is 2024.
How long have you been in Bali for?
Now I think this is like my 4th or 5th month.
What's the best part about living here?
The tax. For Australians,
Yeah.
if I don't have any major assets like rental properties over there,
Yeah.
if I'm outside of the country for more than 6 months of the year, then I don't need to pay tax to Australia. And the tax here is only like 2.5%.
Yeah, tax in Bali or overall in Indonesia is super good. If you have an overall revenue from less than 300,000 a year, you just pay 0.5% taxes, and overall it's super investment friendly. Also, so many companies from Europe getting now into here, make the production now here. So Indonesia raise also in this kind really up.
What's your hot take?
I think a lot of nomads will say this, but like don't go down the traditional route. I definitely didn't think I was going to be in like the adult industry when I was older, and I would never guess that in a million years, but here I am, and I would never have the lifestyle that I do without it. And I think some people might judge, but you die anyway, so just do whatever you want at the end of the day.
Yeah, don't care about the opinions of other people. Super interesting part. What I also must say in my life, every time when friends or family say, don't do this, it's too risky, oh no, yeah, it's bringing nothing. If you have the vision, if you have your goal, go for it. Super important.
Would you be willing to share how much money you make?
This month, profit is about 50K. This is my best month though.
$50,000 a month. I even told you before, yeah, that some people making crazy money, and I think many of you not expect that she make $50,000 in a month, but this is possible if you have the right business.
Just surround yourself with the right people, and Bali's a great place for that because there's so many digital nomads that come here.
Yeah.
You make a lot of connections very quickly. So yeah, just surround yourself with the right people who are doing the same thing as you, and you'll grow tenfold.
So my name's Jules, 38. Me and my wife have a wedding and events business in Bali.
How'd you get into that?
Me and my wife got married in Bali, loved it, and then my wife worked in events, and we thought, you know what, we could do that as well, and moved to Bali at the same time. So let's give it a try.
And where are you guys originally from?
From Melbourne, Australia.
How has it been working remotely, like having a business here?
It's great. It has its challenges. I think running a Western business in sort of a third world country where things are a little bit sort of less developed.
Yeah, I mean, when you compare Indonesia to Australia or even to Europe, I don't would say it's a third world country. Third world sounds for me so like Africa, nothing's developed. And I mean the quality of the food, of the people who are there, and also the infrastructure growing up. I don't would say this third world country, but for sure it's different, yeah. And also when you work with employees, we also at the Bali Invest, we also have now a team for more than 20 people we're working with. When we see all the freelancers, I think more than 60, 70, 80 people maybe have also a big sales team around. But for sure it's different. We also have get some employers in and have to get them out because they're not think so much by themselves, and you have to explain them everything double. And this is for our culture a little bit annoying, and it's have the challenges, but it's also good to manage, and it's also a challenge what you have to manage as an entrepreneur.
What are some of those challenges that come with doing business here?
We're used to being a little bit more fast-paced and educated and more technology and things like that. So I think it's a foreign country,
What are the best and worst parts about living here in Bali?
I'd say the best parts are the weather, the people. The worst part, banking, traffic now.
Yeah.
Traffic's getting bad.
Yeah, the traffic, definitely true. But the banking, I would say the Indonesian bank here, for example, my bank is the OCBC bank, and I would say it's super uncomplicated. You have so many functions, yeah? So your mobile data over, I can top up in a bank. Your electricity is off, I can top up here. I can make everything automated on my bank account, and also the limits are super high. So for me, Indonesian banks are much better than European banks.
Do you have any advice for people that want to live the digital nomad life?
Just do it. Just go in there and do it. Do your research, just make sure you get set up right, have enough money to sort of get started, and then just do it.
Would you be willing to share how much money you make?
6 figures
Okay.
in terms of, Australian dollars.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's years of, running a business and sort of getting it to that point.
Now, for aspiring entrepreneurs, what advice do you have for them?
Plan, find a good network, do your research.
I say something, building a good network, and this is also one advice what I can give to everyone. It's super important to have the right people around you, the right cooperation partners who inspires you, where you also can learn from, have a mentor. It's a good advice, yeah.
What's the most common mistake that people make when they travel here to Bali?
It can be hard to find the rhythm and the balance. So, you got to expect that you got to work hard, and it takes time to settle in. Don't just think it's going to be cocktails and beach clubs.
And then if you could go back to when you were 20 years old, what would you tell yourself?
Stress less about the little things and just, look at making progress every day towards your goals.
I love that. Thank you so much.
I'm Philippe Assef, I'm 30 and I have a SaaS product.
How'd you get into that?
I studied computer science and design back in Paris and Silicon Valley. And so at the end of my school, I wanted to go into entrepreneurship, and sounds like building a software was the right thing to do.
What does your software do?
We help any Shopify owner get accurate data.
How's it been living in Bali?
Amazing. Bali is very efficient, saved me a lot of time.
So what does your daily schedule look like?
I will say ice bath, 6-7, gym, then get into scheduling the day, work, and then cut the fast, come here for coffee, and then go back.
So he also looks really young, and this is also super interesting because so many young entrepreneurs who starting their business also in a young age and getting successful already living here in Bali. It's super hotspot to connect. Me personally was just 2 days ago on an event for real estate, crypto, artificial intelligence with some speakers. Also we'll talk about personal development. Super interesting to connect. Also for this, Bali is a super hotspot where you can grow yourself in a different aspect of life.
How long have you lived here for?
2 years now.
What's your favorite part about living here?
How easy is it to balance everything? So I could go for 12 hours of work for 1 or 2 weeks, and then just for like in a sunset, then I have enough to go back. I don't feel like I need a vacation. I don't feel like I need to escape from anything, and I really enjoy that in Bali.
How much do you pay for rent?
In USD, it's close to 2,000.
2,000. Do you have advice for aspiring entrepreneurs that want to start their own business just like you've done?
I think when you start, it's not business, it's personal development. And I think the most important unit is time. And you want to put yourself in a finance position where you have as much time as possible. From there, follow people that really do the work and not the academics.
Okay. So does being in Bali help you with your business?
Definitely. For the type of business I do, it needs a lot of focus, right? Because it's engineering design. So you're solving really hard problems. Yeah. So your head is loaded all the time. So being able to just like easily empty my head and then go back again, Bali has been very helpful, and being able to train every day and do yoga keep me really balanced.
Yeah, I also must say the lifestyle here in Bali keeps you more focused in the business. For sure, it's always super easy. You just can order with grab the food here. You don't need to cook. You can go everywhere super fast. But on the other side, you also have so nice places, and normally you can go everywhere sometime and just travel, enjoy the life, and maybe this puts your focus away from the business. So we have to watch at both sides.
How much money does your business generate?
We're gonna close our first years at 1 million IRA annual revenue.
So if you had to start from zero today, what would you do?
Get to 100K as fast as possible through services, and then hold breath to build really good product. That can't be done overnight.
Do you have any final advice for the audience?
Start by the first principles. Read really a Lindy book. So it's book that have been around over time and that are still true. And those books have higher chance to be true in the future. By starting there, you're building really strong foundation.
Well, thank you so much.
So now we already have seen a few young people in Bali who talk about their story. Do you want to see more about this? Let us know here in the comments and push the like button. If we reach a good number, if you like this, our Bali Invest community, for sure, then we will make more reviews and also give you more insights from my experience and from my life. I'm super excited for this. See you soon in one of the next videos, and don't forget to subscribe.